You're not alone, Masahiro.
The spring when I was 3, after losing my parents, I was taken in by my aunt and her husband and became Masahiro Eto.
What? She can't start working again right after being discharged?
Until she regains her strength, she'll need someone to accompany her.
You're not alone, Masahiro.
I give a small nod at the words of my mother's younger sister, Yui Eto. The spring when I was 3, after losing my parents, I was taken in by my aunt and her husband and became Masahiro Eto.
Keep it under the water for a while, just in case we should go to the hospital later.
Yeah, thanks. Wanting to repay them for taking me in, I devoted myself to helping out every day. But one day, I messed up while cooking and ended up with a minor burn. Aunt Yui is always so kind. As the pain washes away from my finger, a warmth spreads through my heart, and then...
Mom, I lost my toy in my room. Come help me find it now.
The one whining was Ryoki, my cousin who was born a year after I was taken in. He's 4 years younger than me.
Sorry, Ryoki. Masahiro burned himself, so can you wait a little longer?
No way, I want to find it now.
Aunt, go help him. I have to heat my hand under the water for a while anyway.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Ryoki had always been clingy, but after learning I was adopted, he started resenting me.
Why do I have to eat the same food as him? Just let him eat cold rice or something.
How dare you say that? Apologize to Masahiro. He's the one who made this food, you know.
We love both of you equally. There's no favoritism here.
But no matter what they said, Ryoki's complaints were ignored, and he eventually started resenting my aunt and uncle too. Years passed, and now I'm 28. One day, I got a call from an unknown number. What? She collapsed? My aunt had suffered an acute myocardial infarction and was undergoing emergency surgery. I rushed to the hospital.
The surgery was a success. She's currently in the ICU, but she'll be transferred to a general ward soon. However, she'll need rehabilitation and follow-up visits before resuming her daily life. Recovery speed varies from person to person, so I can't give you an exact timeline for rehabilitation.
I was relieved that the worst-case scenario had been avoided, but now I had to face my aunt's condition seriously. Since my uncle passed away a year ago, the only family she had left was me and Ryoki, but my cousin was nowhere to be seen. Where the hell is Ryoki when Aunt needs him the most? Ryoki finally showed up at the hospital after my aunt had already moved to a general ward. Hey Ryoki, where the hell have you been all this time?
Who cares? More importantly, Mom, lend me some money. I want to buy something.
I can't afford that. I have to take time off work for now.
My aunt is a well-known culinary researcher who earns income from video content and column writing. She's not yet able to return to daily life. Taking time off is a reasonable decision, or so I thought.
What? She can't start working again right after being discharged?
She needs rehab and follow-up visits. Until she regains her strength, she'll need someone to accompany her.
So basically, she needs a caregiver? That's a pain in the ass.
What? It wasn't even caregiving, but even if it were, that was an outrageous thing to say.
I'm not dealing with that. No way I'm taking care of someone who can't even give me money.
How can you say that right in front of the mother who raised you?
Then you take care of her. You're the adopted one. She's already done enough for you.
That's enough, Ryoki. Whether you're adopted or not has nothing to do with taking care of your parents. It's okay, Masahiro. You must be busy too, so don't worry about me.
Alright, Aunt, you'll stay at my place. I'll take care of your rehab and hospital visits.
Oh, Masahiro.
It's fine, this is my decision. You and Uncle took me in when I lost my parents and raised me all these years. Let me return the favor now.
After all the money our family spent on you, that's the least you can do. Well, I'm counting on you.
What's with that cousin? That's unbelievable.
The next day, when I told Asumi Sakai about it, she got all worked up. I met her in culinary school, and now we run Bistro Sunday, a Western-style restaurant together. That's why I won't be able to come to the restaurant for a while.
Got it. I'll figure something out. So don't worry and focus on taking care of your family.
No, of course. I'll worry about it. If I can't eat Masahiro's food, what do I even have to look forward to in life?
Hey, calm down, Hikaru.
I've had enough of my sister's cooking. I need Masahiro's food for nourishment.
Oh, is that so? Then I guess I won't ever cook for you again. Or maybe you'd rather become the nourishment yourself.
Asumi, stop casually saying such terrifying things. Hikaru is Asumi's older brother, and a regular at Bistro Sunday. Since he's family, he often comes into the back of the restaurant.
Well, jokes aside, what you're doing for your family is admirable. You should be proud of yourself, Masahiro.
Thank you. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm causing trouble for everyone. I'll treat you to a meal again to make up for it.
Oh, I'll hold you to that. What should I request? Hamburger steak, omurice, or maybe fried shrimp?
Honestly, I wish you'd get this excited about my cooking too.
With the support of the Sakais, I was able to focus on caring for my aunt.
I'm sorry, Masahiro. I've lost a lot of strength and now I'm just burdening you.
This is nothing. You're the one going through the toughest time. Don't hold back.
Thank you, Masahiro. The doctor said I'd be able to walk again if I keep up with rehab, so I'll do my best.
When I burned myself back then, you took me to the hospital, didn't you? And you even found Ryoki's toy right away. I was so happy that you put me first.
Of course I did. You're our precious son. Even without considering that you're my sister's child, you've always been adorable to me.
Ryoki was so cute back then.
Yeah, I thought I cherished him just as much. Did we mess up somewhere?
No, you and Uncle talked to him so many times. I don't think there was anything more you could have done. My aunt and uncle treated us equally. It's not like they neglected Ryoki. He got what he wanted for birthdays and Christmas, and they paid for his college tuition.
What's wrong? Would you rather have gotten a different present?
Nothing.
But Ryoki was always grumpy and never explained why, leaving my aunt and uncle at a loss.
You don't have to be close with Masahiro if you don't want to. But at least tell us what's bothering you.
We took Masahiro in, and that's our responsibility. But we genuinely want to reach out to you too.
Shut up, just drop it.
In the end, Ryoki never reconciled with my uncle before he passed away, and now he only sees my aunt as someone to mooch money from.
Welcome! Oh, Yui! Hello, Asumi. I came by again while taking a walk for rehab. Once I build up a little more strength, I'll have to return home at least once.
1 month after being discharged, my aunt was able to walk using a walker, and I returned to work on reduced hours. Right now, she's staying at my apartment, and since Bistro Sunday is nearby, she's become familiar with Asumi, the staff, and her regular customers.
Yui, please hear me out.
Oh dear, what's the matter, Hikaru?
Because of her personality, people naturally gravitated toward her kindness. As a result,
That's exactly it. Given my position, things can get complicated.
I understand. If you spend all your time thinking about work performance and relationships, your mind is bound to overload.
Ah, Yui, you're so kind. Now I understand why Masahiro's cooking is so warm and comforting.
yeah, Bistro Sunday is lively as always. By the way, since having two Etos was confusing, Asumi and Hikaru started calling me by my first name.
Since I started coming to your restaurant, I've been getting lots of ideas. While listening to our regulars, they've shared their food preferences with me too. I think I could even help develop new menu items for Bistro Sunday.
Really? If you're gonna do that, we'll need to pay you.
No, I'll do it for free. Consider it my way of thanking you. Besides, you've supported me financially ever since you started working, and you even waived your right to inherit. You're not exactly rolling in money, are you?
It's true that I renounced my claim to my uncle's inheritance, and I understand why my aunt worries about me. But I shake my head and gently refuse her offer. No way, you're a professional, and I want to treat this properly. Let me do my job as a business owner. Also, our restaurant is doing pretty well. You can send me the bill without worrying.
I see. You've really grown up, Masahiro.
Of course, and besides, seeing you so full of life as you think about food, that alone is the greatest way you could ever repay me. Thank you for working so hard in rehab.
Oh, I'm just so happy to see how much you've grown.
After discussing things with Asumi, we introduced the new dishes my aunt developed at Bistro Sunday. Our customer base started growing, and we became busier than ever.
We somehow made it through the lunch rush. Good work, everyone.
Yeah, we really pushed through. My arms feel like they're gonna fall off.
I knew Yui was a well-known culinary researcher.
I knew she had a big following from her cooking videos, but I didn't realize just how much. She even promoted us on social media, so that probably played a role.
I see. But you know, it makes perfect sense. You two really are mother and son. I mean, Yui's warm, comforting dishes are just like yours, Masahiro.
You think so? I mean, I'm not actually her son.
That doesn't matter. What's important isn't whether you're biologically related, it's how you spent your lives together. Anyone who sees you two can tell how much you respect and support each other.
I see. Thanks, Asumi. To outsiders, I'm just her nephew, never truly part of her family. That feeling of resignation started to fade a little with Asumi's words.
I'm fine. I adjust things based on how I feel. Besides, eating here always gives me a boost of energy.
She no longer needed a walker to get around and had started easing back into work.
Good night, Yui, Masahiro.
Yeah, good work today, Asumi.
Take care on your way home.
That night, my aunt stayed at the restaurant until closing, and we left together. Then, a voice I hadn't heard in a long time rang out.
Mom! I saw your cooking videos in magazine column. Why didn't you tell me you went back to work?
Doki, why are you here?
I need to borrow money. The deadline to repay some loans I took out is coming up. You're working again, so you should have some extra cash, right?
After all this time, and the first thing out of your mouth is money? You can't even ask how she's doing first?
Stay out of this, outsider. This is a parent-child matter. Besides, I had to borrow money because she went and got herself hospitalized. That means she has an obligation to clean up the mess.
Just as I was about to lose it over his selfish logic, my aunt let out a small sigh. Then...
Doki, did you really think I wouldn't notice?
What are you talking about?
I may still be staying at Masahiro's place, but now that I can live normally again, I've been returning to the Eto house from time to time. You've been stealing and selling my things, haven't you?
That's ridiculous. A thief must have broken in. That's what happened.
I considered that possibility, so I secretly installed security cameras. And guess what? I caught you on video taking my accessories and clothes.
Ryoki still lives in the family home, but to avoid running into him, my aunt only went back when he was out for work. She also installed the cameras in places where they wouldn't be noticed.
Parental theft isn't a criminal offense, but I can still file a civil suit against you.
You're not seriously gonna sue your own son, are you?
Yes. If you keep acting this way, I have no choice.
Why? Mom and Dad!
Why were you both so soft on him?
What are you saying? We loved you both equally.
That so-called equality is the problem. Why should I, the biological son, be treated the same as some adopted outsider? If he weren't around, all the money would have gone to me. I could have had a better life.
That's right. No matter how he was treated, Roki could never be satisfied. To him, the very fact that our aunt and uncle loved me was an injustice. Do you really believe what you're saying?
Of course, you stole our family's money.
Then why didn't you just say that to them? But when they asked what was wrong, you never answered. That's because even you knew your demands were unreasonable. Roki clenches his mouth shut. I must have hit a nerve. I won't deny it. I was treated better than I ever deserved. I can only be grateful to my aunt and uncle. That's why I waived my right to my uncle's inheritance. I didn't need it.
Huh, that's not nearly enough. You shouldn't have even gone to high school, let alone culinary school. How much more of my parents' money do you need before you're satisfied?
What are you talking about? He used the inheritance from his birth parents to pay for culinary school. We were going to cover the costs, but Masahiro insisted on using his own funds.
What?
We never told you because we thought comparing finances would only make you feel worse. But between you and Masahiro, we actually spent way more on you.
Then what about the restaurant? They couldn't have opened a place like that at their age. You guys must have funded it, right?
Wrong. Bistro Sunday's investor was my family.
Your family?
The founding family of Lovekoi Corporation.
What?
His reaction was understandable. Lovekoi Corporation was one of Japan's biggest companies. Hikaru was the son of its president and a strict heir in training.
Unbelievable. I thought I'd drop by since my sister was taking forever to come home. Just to be clear, we didn't invest because it was a family member's restaurant. We did it because we were confident in its success.
Masahiro was a top-performing student, receiving offers from prestigious restaurants. After graduation, he got a job at a first-rate establishment, but he turned them down to partner with us.
I didn't care about prestige. Hikaru's vision for the restaurant really spoke to me. And honestly, Bistro Sunday is thriving thanks to Hikaru's business expertise. Hikaru gives me occasional business advice, and as thanks, I cook for him at my own expense. Honestly, it's too cheap a trade-off, but Hikaru values my food the most, so I can't argue.
Oh, by the way, you do realize Lovekoi Corporation is a client of your company, right? Ryoki Eto, I've already heard all about you. Despite your lack of ability, you live far beyond your means. Instead of wasting time here, why don't you focus on working before debt collectors come knocking at your office? And if you continue to harass Yui or Masahiro, I won't stay quiet.
But please, just don't report this to my company.
That depends on your future actions. Personally, I despise people who think their parents will always bail them out. And I have no respect for those who can't fairly evaluate others. But ultimately, this isn't my decision to make.
As Hikaru finishes speaking, my aunt quietly begins.
When I found out I was pregnant with you, I knew I wanted to cherish you more than anything. The first time you called me Mom, I was so happy that all my exhaustion just disappeared. Do you remember the toy I gave you when you were 6? You loved it so much that every time you lost it, you'd throw a fit.
This one.
He held onto it tightly, refusing to let anyone take it from him. Back then, he hadn't yet come to resent me. He simply basked in his parents' love.
When you found out Masahiro was adopted, we tried to talk to you, but we could never see eye to eye. It was painful, but not once did I stop loving you.
Why are you saying all this now? It's too late to realize this now. That's not true. Auntie and Uncle have always tried to reach you. You were the one who kept looking away. With a final muttered sorry, Ryoki left.
So, shall we consider this settled for today?
Yes, judging by his state, I doubt he'll come back to bother us again.
Yes, I think so too.
After that, Ryoki left home and repaid my uncle for everything he had taken. He also started paying off his debts little by little on his own.
I'm really gonna have to work hard from now on.
My aunt officially filed to disinherit Ryoki, and the court approved it. He had already squandered my uncle's inheritance, and his future would be a tough road. What's with that look, Auntie?
Oh, don't mind me. My face just naturally lights up when I'm happy.
Near Bistro Sunday's closing time, my aunt's playful voice echoed through the restaurant.
I mean, it's like a dream come true. Masahiro and Asumi are dating.
After everything, I confessed to Asumi, and we became partners both in business and in life.
Masahiro, you can start calling me your dear big brother now.
Brother, don't smother him. I'm really glad I recovered. Because now I get to see Masahiro so happy.
I'm happy because you're healthy, Auntie. I'll keep working hard to bring even more happiness to you. No matter the blood ties, people can become family if they nurture their bond. And even with family ties, taking them for granted can sever that connection. I want to build a home where people can always feel full and at ease.
Yeah, warm and comforting. Just like your cooking, Masahiro.
Expressing gratitude and supporting each other through pain. These small actions, one by one, are the keys to happiness.
This can be done quickly using a function. If we do it like this. My name is Akito Ninomiya, 30 years old. I'm the deputy editor at a news site run by an IT startup.
Ah, I see. Deputy editor Ninomiya's guidance is always so thorough and appreciated.
This is Hitona Manazuru, 24 years old. She's an editor who throws herself into her work. Surrounded by dedicated subordinates like Hitona, I was enjoying my work, but... Hey, isn't that harassment? It's tech harassment. Tech harassment? It's when someone who's good with technology takes advantage of it to assert dominance. This is Mento Haras, my colleague from sales who recently transferred to this editorial department. He's always shouting about harassment, and it's been a headache for me.
Stop it. You always say that, but Deputy Editor Ninomiya isn't actually harassing anyone.
No. If you pamper your subordinates like that, the boss will unknowingly hurt them. Be careful, Deputy Editor Ninomiya. Yeah, you're right. Things are pretty strict these days, so I'll make sure to update my knowledge. Satisfied with my answer, Mento returns to his seat.
Seriously, harassment, compliance. It's really a difficult world to live in now, isn't it?
I'm surprised to hear that from someone from your generation, Manazuru. I've been taking harassment training since I became deputy editor. I think I'm keeping up with the times. Mento's behavior feels a bit overboard. But maybe it's just because he's stuck in the environment we had when I was a rookie. What's this? You seem a bit down today. Yeah, work's been a bit, I spent the week brooding over my worries. By the weekend, I went out for my usual hobby, sea fishing, to clear my mind. I honestly told the captain about my worries with handling my subordinates. Well, if it were me, I would give them a love punch if they didn't listen to me. Fishing on the sea is no place for soft-hearted people. I know, but these days, even a little scolding is hard, so it's difficult. It's become such a difficult world to live in. It's really a shame. Things don't always get solved, but at least my mind felt lighter. And so, I started visiting more often, talking with the captain while fishing. Deputy Editor Ninomiya, do you have any tasks that might suit someone like me, who was in sales before? He said this while coming up to me one day, when I was working at my desk. By the way, forcing someone to enjoy their work is enjoyment harassment, or enhara. I'm not going to do that. Well, there are tasks like commissioning series or interview requests where I deal with people, but... That sounds good! Let me do it! Please don't make a big deal about it outside the company. Don't worry, I know my boundaries! Then, at least be more considerate with the people inside the company. Back when Mento was in sales, he used to accuse his former boss of harassment, creating an environment where no one could say anything, doing things his way. But I've never heard of him being rude to anyone outside the company. If I check in regularly, Mento's work won't slip through the cracks. Despite my lingering doubt, I convinced myself to trust him and assign him the work.
Sorry, I was a bit selfish.
A few days later, I went to the izakaya with Hitona, but one of the male subordinates joined us too. No, I'm actually happy. I don't get to treat my subordinates to meals as much anymore. When I tried inviting Mento for drinks before, people said it was alcohol harassment. So, I hesitate to invite my subordinates now.
Well, of course. If it were a bad boss's invitation, I'd refuse too. But if it's Deputy Editor Ninomiya, I'd gladly accept. I mean, it's just that Harass is special. Most people in our department are like that. Basically, whenever Harass opens his mouth, it's always harassment, harassment.
As she says this, Hitona gets more and more worked up.
Deputy Editor Ninomiya, you can't lose to that harassment guy. Yeah, I understand it's difficult with your position, but...
Right, there's a line between guidance and harassment, and we have to make sure it's clear.
That's something we learned in harassment training, right?
They taught us examples of what counts as harassment, but the details are still unclear. It seems like there's so much to keep up with these days. The harassment consultation department hasn't even gotten into the finer details. Lately, the term something harassment keeps popping up, so it seems like they are overwhelmed trying to deal with it.
It's pretty difficult, isn't it? But if Harass's actions were clearly too much, and I think Deputy Editor Ninomiya should handle it more firmly. You don't need to worry about the harassment consultation department or HR. If they say anything, we'll properly explain the situation and back you up.
At Hitona's words, another one of the employees nods strongly. Thank you both. You're right. I can't leave things uncertain about whether it's harassment or just guidance. I'll talk to people from other departments too, and I'll make an effort to improve the work environment in my own department. By the way, I've been thinking about this before, but you're really tolerant when it comes to guiding employees, Hitona.
Yeah, maybe it's because of my dad's influence. He was a tough person due to his profession. But my dad never got angry over unreasonable things, and he didn't force people down. In that way, maybe I'm a bit similar to Deputy Editor Ninomiya.
As we have this conversation, the drinking party ends. A few weeks pass, and there aren't many major problems in the editorial department. But, haven't you arranged it yet? Harass made a mistake. He completely forgot to arrange New Year's gifts to some of the contributing writers who have a regular column on the news site. You boasted about preparing the best New Year's gifts, knowing the best ones since you came from sales, right? But when I checked with you earlier, you said it's all arranged, and even showed me the receipts. I was planning to take care of it immediately after, but I got busy and ended up forgetting.
What's with that attitude? Essentially, you're saying you gave false progress reports to Vice Editor Ninomiya, right? You're causing trouble everywhere, so before making excuses, you should apologize first.
As I started making a scene, our surroundings began to fill with Hitona and the other staff members. It seemed like Mento got angry from the criticism and blurted out something outrageous. Well, in that case, let's just cancel their Lackluster series, shall we? What? That way, we won't have to send out any gifts, and we can cut down on expenses, right? I'm so smart. Maybe I should ask to transfer to the management planning department instead. His carefree attitude really triggered something inside me. How dare you say something like that, brushing off your own mistake, and then suggesting we cancel their series? Enough! I'll apologize to the contributors myself. What is this? Forced apology? Power harassment! I'll sue! Do whatever you want. If this company calls this power harassment, I'm done with them. I finished saying that, and Mento, looking disgruntled, stormed out of the editorial department. He probably ran off to file a complaint with the harassment consultation department. I had to make apologies over the phone to the contributors before Mento got back. Luckily, they were all understanding, and they accepted my apology.
It's been quite a disaster for you, hasn't it, Ninomiya?
The person I was talking to on the phone was a columnist I had worked with when I was an editor. She's a prominent personality on TV and the internet. I heard her express her opinions on a wide range of topics, from modern societal issues to entertainment and trends.
That's the current trend, isn't it?
What?
You know, it's something that's been all over social media lately.
I paused for a moment, trying to process what I had just heard. After talking with all the contributors and completing the gift arrangements, I was called to the harassment consultation department to confirm the matter Mento had filed a complaint about. I explained everything honestly, and the person in charge gave a wry smile, saying, "This is a difficult issue." Actually, I heard something interesting. A few days later, after work, on our way home, Mento approached Hitona. "Hitona, would you like to go out with me sometime?"
Why would I go with you, Mento?
"I'm stressed out from the harassment by my boss. I need a break. You've been a good colleague, so join me for some fun."
I've told you a million times, Vice Editor Ninomiya isn't harassing anyone.
Hitona started walking away quickly, but then stopped as if a thought occurred to her. "Huh? What's up, Hitona?"
About the fun thing, if it's somewhere I chose, I'll go with you.
That weekend, Hitona took Mento to the harbor, where I often went for sea fishing. Hitona, why are we on a boat?"
I've been on this boat since I was a kid. The sea breeze is really refreshing, and it's a great way to clear my mind.
As they were chatting, a man approached them.
Hey, Hitona, is this the colleague you were talking about?
Yeah, that's him.
"What's with this guy? Hitona, who's this?"
This is the boatman of the ship, and also my father.
The boatman I had often interacted with during my fishing trips turned out to be Hitona's father. Hi. Nice to meet you. I've always been in your care."
There's no need to be formal. No need to greet me. By the way, today, the sea is rough. And normally, I wouldn't take passengers out in weather like this. But my daughter insisted. So, you'll feel some rocking. But bear with it.
Should we really be going out in this weather? It's just a little rough, but it's not unsafe. With that, Mento's wish was rejected, and the boat started speeding through the ocean. I feel sick, cold, scared. Help me.
What's that? Unhappy harassment?
Huh?
Unhappy harassment. That's a term for harassing someone with a bad attitude or sighing repeatedly to make them uncomfortable.
That's not true. I'm in real pain here.
Don't raise your voice like that. It's noise harassment.
Quit messing with me. At that moment, Mento's anger caused the boat to slow down and finally reached a fishing spot.
We've arrived. The rougher the sea, the better the current. So it's a good chance to catch big fish that rarely bite.
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go back.
Pathetic.
Don't lump me in with this barbaric fisherman.
That's personality harassment.
This is strange. I'm sure I was saying something reasonable.
Now, do you understand how your boss feels?
Huh? Hitona turned to face Mento seriously.
Harassment isn't just about the victim's subjective feeling. It's not as simple as that. What you said to Vice Editor Ninomiya wasn't a reasonable opinion at all. In your case, Mento, you've been using harassment as an excuse to act however you want. That's disrespectful to the people who are actually suffering from harassment.
That's not true. I'm not an expert on harassment, but I can tell you this. In work, quitting halfway is not allowed, and you must take responsibility for your actions. Once you're out at sea, there's no place to escape. To make it back alive no matter what happens, strict rules are necessary. We fishermen have never thought of it as harassment. If you don't have that mindset, you'll lose your life on the open sea. This is another case where harassment can't be decided by one person's subjective opinion. We should broaden our perspective and think from multiple angles, but that's just the way things are in certain worlds, isn't it? I haven't said anything wrong. In the end, Mento never understood, and the boat returned to port. At the same time, a certain word began to trend on the internet. The first time I heard this word was during the incident where I forgot to handle the New Year's gifts. Harassment? Hara?
Yes? What your subordinate is doing seems to be exactly that.
From this conversation, I suggested to the harassment consultation department that we should consider hara. A few days after that, the word hara won the year-end buzzword award. Haras, the hara desk is calling you. Not long after that, Mento was called to the harassment consultation department's hara desk. Huh? Why is there a desk for that so soon after it became a trend? Well, I suggested setting it up before the award. And when the sales department asked for it, it was easy to implement. So, are you saying Vice Editor Ninomiya reported me for being hara? It's quite shameful for a boss to enjoy harassing their subordinates like that. Harassment? Oh, that's exactly what you've been doing to me and the sales department's managers. What? It seems you think you can get away with anything just because you call it harassment. But I've decided I won't tolerate it anymore. If you want to have things your way, try using proper means. Though, I suppose you can only deceive people with cheap tricks, since you lack the ability to do it right. After that, Mento, instead of admitting his faults, kept repeating the bizarre excuse. There's no such thing as harassment. Blaming me for being hara is hara harassment itself. This absurd excuse was quickly dismissed, and Mento was made to submit an official apology for both hara and making false reports. Not accepting this punishment, Mento quit the company and found another job. But there, he repeated similar actions and was once again accused of hara. Thanks to the year-end buzzword award, people's awareness for hara changed drastically. Damn, this wasn't supposed to happen. What is hara anyway? In the end, Mento was punished again at his new job, became a recluse, refused to go to work, and eventually disappeared. He was ultimately dismissed for misconduct. Meanwhile, I went sea fishing with Hitona. The winter sky was clear, and the waves were calm. There is a superstition that it's hard to catch fish on such days, but... got one!
Huh? Really?
After a long struggle, I caught a big sea bream. Whoa, so this is how you reeled in my daughter's heart?
Dad! What are you saying?
What kind of harassment would it be if I pressure you about my daughter? Laughing heartily, the boatman glanced at Hitona, whose face was completely red. It's fine, this isn't harassment or anything. There are many things in this world that are difficult to define, just like harassment. That's why we need to make sure we understand each action and align our perspectives. Hitona Manazuru, I've been drawn to your earnestness without even realizing it. If this turns into harassment, I'm sorry, but if there's a chance, will you be my girlfriend?
It won't be harassment. I've always liked you. Please go out with me.
What's necessary to live is not coercion or pressure, but mutual respect. As long as we can do that, we should be able to move forward together, even on a stormy sea.